What is going on, everybody? It's the Franz, and we're back again for a Mae Young Classic review for the fourth episode of Round 1, the final 4 episodes of the round. We had Io Shirai make her NXT TV debut, Rachel Evers showing off why she is probably one of the favorites in the Mae Young Classic, and much, much more. The first match of the show was Rachel Evers versus Hiro Matsumoto, and before we get into that match, we will have a list of everybody who has made it to the next round. After I go over these 4 matches, we'll do a little bit of a preview, who I think is going to win, and everything else. But apparently, and I didn't know this, Cassius Ohno and Rachel Evers are an item. Rachel Evers was making her way to the ring, and they showed Cassius Ohno, and I believe Mae Young, who said that Cassius Ohno was Rachel Evers' boyfriend. I did not know that, so great for them. I swear I heard a fight forever chant before the bell even rang. They lock up, and the test of strength between these two goes to a stalemate. They run the ropes and do a couple shoulder tackles and a clothesline to a stalemate until Matsumoto finally takes down Evers. Matsumoto runs the ropes, but Evers rolls over and trips Matsumoto, followed by a drop kick for a 1 count. Cole says, and this made no sense to me. Cole said, and I quote, that this would be a big upset for Evers, as her name would be out there for the indies, like for everyone. Her name would get out there with this win. And I'm like, wait a minute. Everybody knows who Rachel Evers is. No, not too many people know who Matsumoto is. This is like her big coming up party for a lot of people. Matsumoto is the lesser of the two names. I mean, Rachel Evers, Paul Ellering's daughter. Everybody knows her from last year's Mae Young Classic. So how would winning this match change anything for Rachel Evers as it comes to notoriety? That made no sense. I don't know who fed Michael Cole that line, but that definitely felt like a line that was fed by a Vince McMahon or Kevin Dunn or somebody else in the back for him to say that, because that line made absolutely no sense. Evers goes for a gut wrench suplex, but Matsumoto blocks that on the first 2 attempts, then a couple forearms to the back of Matsumoto, and finally nails it for a 2 count. A boot by Evers rocks Matsumoto, but she hops the ropes and yanks Evers over the top. She goes up to the top rope and hits a beautiful missile drop kick for a 2 count. Matsumoto with a hair toss sending Evers flying, then a neck snap and an elbow to the skull. Matsumoto puts in a chin lock, and Evers gets out, and Matsumoto with a chop to the chest of Evers. Then another couple chops in the corner. Evers tries a boot in the corner. This was interesting. She tries to boot Matsumoto in the corner, and Matsumoto blocks it. She tosses the leg of Evers into the corner, in between the middle and top rope, grabs her other leg, puts it on there, and takes her upper body and lays it down. So it's like when you would see a Sasha Banks do her double knees through off the top rope with them laying prone, but instead she just takes the boots to the upper body while she's there doing taking the whole 5 count. She does that twice. Matsumoto then goes to the opposite corner, and then does a running knee to the prone Evers. Definitely awesome right there. Double knees from the corner as Matsumoto gets a 2 count. Evers fights off Matsumoto and hits a spinebuster, which for whatever reason Michael Cole called it a pop-up powerbomb. It was a Rock-esque spinebuster, where they would run up to him and he would hit him with that spinebuster. Yeah, that was pretty much what he did. She did. They trade shots, boots by Evers followed by a cutter, then a running senton for a 2 count. Beautiful combination though. Like, she hit the boot, she did a small, it was like a bro kick like boot, hit a cutter, and then a running senton for a 2 count, and it really felt like she might have won right there. Powerbomb gets blocked as Matsumoto backdrops Evers badly on her hip. That one looked like that hurt a good bit. Evers catches Matsumoto out of the corner and nails an STO. I believe that's what that is. Spinning leg drop for a 2 count. This gets blocked, and Matsumoto with some shots, then a shot to the ear by Evers. Clothesline by Matsumoto for a 2 count. Evers with a roll through cradle pin for a 2. Back elbow, then a snap German suplex. Evers no-sells this and just is like, come on, bring it on, bring it on. Another big clothesline. She looks for a powerbomb. Evers picks up Matsumoto. Looks like she's going to do something. And Matsumoto rolls through, picks Evers up, and hits a powerbomb. Then the rock drop, they called it, for a 3 count. your winner, Hiro Masamoto, and she moves on to the next round. We will talk about who she faces later on. Jesse Ellenman versus Tanara Conti. This match was faster than I thought it was going to be. And Jesse Ellenman is tall as can. Like, she is very tall. They lock up, and Tanara Conti just judo throws Jesse Ellenman not once but twice. Back elbow and a back kick by Jesse, leg drop for a 2 count. Jesse, which by the way had these really, really high boots on that went all the way up to her knees. Those had to be very uncomfortable to be wearing. Jesse gets caught up on the top rope, and Conti works on the arm from there. Conti with an STO for a 2, then another for a... Then she continues, and she tries like 3 times to get a pinfall, gets a 2 count each time. Conti works on the arm, where Jesse tries to get out, but Conti drops her again, and Conti is bending the wrist. But Jesse gets up in a forearm to the head of Tanara Conti. Conti with a boot to the knee and on Jesse. Then she grabs her hand, and this is just more of a visual perspective than anything else. She grabs her hand, takes her over the top rope, and then just starts sliding her hand across the top rope, like to give her rope burn. That is a hell of a visual right there. Back elbow, then corner. Conti tries to pull Jesse out of the corner, but Jesse holds on to the ropes. But Conti kicks the injured hand to get Jesse off the ropes. Jesse moves from the second kick, double leg takedown, and Jesse with a slingshot sends Conti face first to the mat. Then a couple of drop kicks by Jesse and a forearm. Running splash in the corner, then a boot to the back of Conti for a 2 count. Suplex gets blocked, and Conti with a judo slam for the 3. Like that. The match was over. Like that. Yeah, like Jesse Ellenman goes for a suplex, then Conti blocks that, picks her up, judo side slam, and gets the 3 count, and she was done. I was like, wow, this match just ended out of nowhere. So Tanara Conti does move on. She was very emotional after the match because this is something she's been working towards and wanting to get to be, better than she was last year, where Tanara Conti really didn't do anything. I think she was in the Mae Young Classic last year. Yeah, I believe she was in last year, and she didn't really do nothing. But Tanara Conti does move on. Very good match. It was nice, and it felt like the Tanara Conti and Jesse Ellenman match just felt like it was over too quickly. It felt like it should have went another 5 minutes or so. But it's just like that judo side slam out of nowhere was just definitely a shocker. I'm not complaining. It's just it felt like you got shortchanged on the match. Aladon versus Nicole Matthews. This one was a good match. Nicole Matthews, of course, has the height game, power game, because she is definitely the bigger of the two. They lock up, and Matthews powers Dawn back to the corner, then just pats her on the head. They lock up again, and Dawn gets Matthews into the corner, and then just taps her on the chest. Another lock up, and Dawn with a wrist lock, but Matthews drags her down with her hair. Dawn trips Matthews, then a stomp to the back of Matthews, and she then gives her a kick to the head. Dawn with a knee, then a Meteora, which is double knees. Matthew drops down into the turnbuckle, and then a neck breaker in the corner. Matthew gets a 2 count. Kick to Dawn's back, then a back breaker by Matthews. Dawn fights back, and although there's something about Nicole Matthews, and it happens after the Mae Young Classic, but she has been recently banned for 5 years in the United States. So whatever happens after the Mae Young Classic, the WWE plan to do with Nicole Matthews would have to probably be NXT UK, if anything else, because she will not be allowed to wrestle in the United States for 5 years. Dawn fights back, but Matthews with the overpower of Dawn. Dawn moves and cartwheels, then charges with an elbow, which was interesting. She has Dawn's in the corner. Matthews charges up to her, but Dawn gets out of the way and cartwheels away and hits an elbow. Matthews then drops Dawn for a 2 count. Matthew ties up Dawn and tries to kick her in the chest 3 times back inside. Oh, she had her tied up in the ropes, like how Sheamus would do the 10 beats of the Bowery. She had her like that, and gives her a couple kicks to the chest and starts talking trash. Matthews talked a lot of trash to Isla Dawn in this match. She was definitely the heel in this match from the get-go. And I believe in the opening graphic package that they did for these guys where they introduced themselves. She said she'll do whatever it takes to win. She doesn't even care if she hurts her opponent. So definitely a heel for this entire thing. Let's see here. Elbows by Matthews. Don tries to fight back, but Matthews again with another elbow. Again, Don tries to fight, and Matthews with a knee to the midsection. Matthews had control majority of this match. Matthews grabs Don's face and yells at her and something. I have no idea what she said. Then a kick to Don and Matthews again with some more trash talk, and Don fights back with strikes and kicks, then a running knee to the face by Matthews. Back suplex by Don. This is forearm by Matthews, rocks Don. Don blocks a suplex and hits a right hand. Don hits a Rocky angle slam. It looked like she was going up for the angle slam, but because of the weight differential of Don didn't help her enough. Dawn ends up falling backwards before she can get all the way up in angle slam right, and just drops drops Matthews on, just to look a little rocky. It did look a little bit rocky for that. Dawn goes for a half Nelson. Matthews blocks that. Dawn hits a running knee. Matthews with a clothesline. Matthews puts on the Lion Tamer for the tap out. Nicole Matthews wins with Chris Jericho's with a Chris Jericho-esque Lion Tamer. Nice little win. I think that's the only submission we've had for the end of a match so far. Io Shirai versus Nia Brookside. This match was I guess they said was Robbie Brookside's first match seeing his daughter wrestle, actually, and he was at ringside, and a couple times during this match they did show Robbie Brookside in the crowd, just like seeing what his reaction is to his daughter, which really he was like stone cold face half the time except for like one time. But this one was academic. You knew who was going to win this match. There was just no way you were going to shine Io Shirai and have Nia Brookside come out and beat her in the first round. This was like probably one of the more predictable matches of the entire tournament, was who was going to win this. I will say this, that Io Shirai has, I think, the best entrance attire of the Mae Young Classic. She has a black furry jacket and a black tiger mask. It's not like tiger mask itself, but it's a black mask, a black furry tiger mask, and it looks awesome. Like, I hope she has multiple colors, but this one definitely was awesome. They shake hands, and as soon as the bell rings, there is no lockup in this match. Brookside just comes over and just starts laying in the forearms to Io Shirai. She then hits a head scissors on Io Shirai, and instead of like Io Shirai falling onto her back, Io Shirai like does one of a kip up immediately, and it was just a thing of beauty. Brookside is like, what the hell was that? Like, she just has this like, no way did you just do that. Kick to the gut to Brookside. Shirai back elbow corner, double boots in the corner, but by Shirai. Shirai gets a 2 count. Brookside goes for a punch, but Shirai turns that into a crossface immediately. Io Shirai is definitely going to be something special in NXT. I can see her being next NXT Women's Champion after between now and next year. Io Shirai will be NXT Women's Champion just from watching this match. There is something special about Io Shirai. Brookside gets out, rolls through, and Shirai with a knee to the head. Brookside blocks a knee by Shirai with a axe handle. Jawbreaker by Brookside, then a hair drag. Roundhouse miss by Brookside, then an uppercut by Shirai. Meteor into the corner by Shirai, followed by a top rope moonsault. Picture perfect moonsault for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Io Shirai. Post-match, Shirai helps Brookside up, and they embrace and shake hands, and they do a little bit of a bow. And that was the final match of the first round. Short, sweet match, but Brookside did get to show what she could do, that she can hang with Io Shirai, but not really, because Io Shirai just came in, and boom. The next round of the Mae Young Classic, we have Meiko Satomura versus Mercedes Martinez. Meiko Satomura is winning that match. I see no reason why Meiko Satomura will lose to Mercedes Martinez. Will it be a hard-hitting match? Oh, you're damn straight. I can see this being probably one of the best matches, probably one of the best hard-hitting matches of the entire tournament. Lacey Lane versus Tanara Conti will be next round 2. I'm going to go with Tanara Conti. Now, I'm going to go with Lacey Lane. I think Lacey Lane they want to talk about this feel-good story, and Tanara Conti got her win. So I'm going to go with Lacey Lane. Toni Storm versus Hiro Masamoto. This one is going to be probably one of the best matches of the tournament as well. I'm going with Toni Storm. I think Toni Storm has a really good chance of winning this, but I think this is going to be her toughest test to date. Mae Young versus Caitlyn. I'm going to go with Mae Young on this one. Caitlyn, like I said in my review of her first match, kind of fell flat, so I don't see her doing anything past the first round. Tegan Nox versus Nicole Matthews. I'm going with Tegan Nox here because it just seems like the fact that you have Michael Cole coming out there and saying that he picks her to win, he's talking up Tegan Nox so much. I don't see her losing until we get to either the semifinals when she probably gets injured or at all. Rhea Ripley versus Casey Catanzaro. I'm going with Rhea Ripley here. It just makes sense to have Rhea Ripley win this match. She is definitely somebody that I think is definitely going to be a person of interest in the either NXT or NXT UK coming up. So they definitely want to give her a good showing. Io Shirai versus Zixis. This is an easy one. Io Shirai is winning that one. And Deonna Purrazzo versus Xia Li. And I'm going with Deonna Purrazzo for the win, just simply because Xia Li is one of those ones that is probably just going to be a throwaway. So that is Meiko Satomura, Lacey Lane, Toni Storm, Mae Young, Tegan Nox, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Deonna Purrazzo. Those are going to be your final 8. Those are going to be your quarter finalists right there. That is your Mae Young Classic first round episode 4 for you guys. Make sure to find me on Twitter at TheFrance. Find me on twitch.tv/TheFrance08. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Hit that like button if you want to. If you're not, hit that dislike button, whichever you see fit. And I will see you guys tomorrow for, if there's enough news. I'm hoping I can find some news, but hopefully tomorrow we will have a nice episode of Unscripted for you guys. Until then, my name is TheFrance, and I will see you guys soon.